Clope and NKTelco Minster welcomes you to this broadcast of high school girls varsity basketball on NKTelco Sports. We're at Minster Gymnasium. The Jackson Center Tigers take on the Minster Wildcats. Tonight's game is being brought to you by the following sponsors: Crown Equipment Corporation, First National Bank, Keyhole Pizza, Winners Meats, Sydney All Glaze Audiology, Precision Strip, Wagner IGA, Orchards Forest Center, and NKTelco. 3-6 Jackson Center, 6-3 Minster. Jackson Center, coached by Bill Reichert. A little bit of a struggle for the Tigers, though they had a winning streak in the middle.
Yeah, they lost their last game to New Knoxville, 48-24. And as you said, Dave, they got a couple there in between, beating a Waynesville Goshen and a Fairlawn team. Got one by Perry there as well, but for the most part had a tough time and hoping to get things back on track here tonight against a good Minster team.
Minster team 6-3 on this season. Pretty successful season, but all of the losses so far have been to Shelby County League teams.
Yeah, tough one. The last time out, they lost a close one right towards the end of the game to Anna. Big tough shot at the end that Anna made, able to get them a 1-point lead. And Minster playing some good ball, like you said, 6-3 under Coach Mike Wiss, looking to continue their ways here tonight.
The losses were to Fort Laramie and also to Russia. So getting ready for the national anthem here, so we'll step aside and we'll watch here on NKTelco Sports.
Lift your career to new heights with Crown, an innovative global leader in the material handling industry with over a 75-year history of growth and success. We're seeking career-minded candidates for a wide variety of entry-level and skilled positions in our new Bremen, New Knoxville, Salina, Minster, and other U.S. locations. Visit crown.jobs to apply or find us on social media by searching Careers at Crown.
Clope Corporation, America's favorite garage door, is now hiring for all manufacturing and over-the-road Class A CDL driving positions. Clope is the largest residential garage door manufacturer in North America, and we are continuing to grow. Join our team and work in a safe, clean, modern environment. Clope offers a great benefits package as an equal opportunity employer and a drug-free work environment. Imagine the possibilities when you open the door to your career at clope.com/careers.
Are you looking for a new career with amazing growth potential? NKTelco Press and Automation is hiring for many positions right now. NKTelco is a global company that is growing with its sights on being a billion-dollar company. Machinists, service technicians, human resource personnel, IT specialists, electrical engineers, mechanical engineers, and many more. The opportunities abound at NKTelco Press and Automation. Go to minsterjobs.com now to get started on your new career with NKTelco.
Welcome back here to Minster Elementary here. Minster 6-3, Jackson Center 3-6. Long time rivalry through the years. They didn't play last year, but they restarted the rivalry. They played for a bunch of years against each other, pretty competitive through the years. Right now, Minster definitely the favored team here tonight, but you never know how it's going to play out. So we'll do the Sydney All Glaze Audiology starting lineups. First, we'll start with the Jackson Center Tigers. Starting off the lineup, freshman, number 12, Presley Reese. Next up, another freshman, number 14, McKinley Reichert. Next is sophomore, number 20, Addie Biederman. Senior, number 24, Sarah Clark. Number 32, another senior, Morgan Huber. Head coach Bill Reichert for the Tigers. So two freshmen, two seniors, and a sophomore. Reese, Reichert, Biederman, Clark, and Huber for the Tigers. So get the music playing for the Minster Wildcats. 6-3 on the season. Head coach Mike Wiss in his sixth year. Coming into the season, 124-14. Number 22, Anna Larger, the starting lineup. Brought to you by Sydney All Glaze Audiology. Number 4, Katie McClurg, 5'4" junior. 5'9" junior, averaging right at 10 points again. Casey Albers. Number 13, one of the guards. Number 7 junior, Morgan Sparks. Rounding out the lineup, the leading scorer, almost 11 points a game. Number 20, Ella Mesher. So 3 juniors, a sophomore and a senior. McClurg, Albers, Sparks, Mesher, and Larger, the starting lineup for Coach Mike Wiss. While we got a minute, let's talk about our keys to the game. Brought to you by Keyhole Pizza. I'm with my partner tonight, Mr. Greg Burning. We'll start first with the Jackson Center Tigers.
Thanks, Dave. First for Jackson Center, they're going to obviously take care of the board, so they want to rebound on the defensive side especially. Handle pressure. They're going to get a lot of pressure tonight from this Minster team. Need to make sure they don't turn the ball over. And improve shooting per Coach Bill Riker. They need to handle the ball better and get some good shots. For the Minster side, they want to apply that defensive pressure I talked about. Really get after it, get some easy buckets. Offensive rebounding and finishing. Coach Wish big on not only getting those offensive rebounds, but putting them back in the hole so they count for buckets, and then making good entries in the post. They got a pretty good tandem inside for the Wildcats. They want to make sure they feed those post players a lot.
There's your keys to the game, brought to you by Keyhole Pizza. We're ready for the tip. It is controlled by the Wildcats. Sparks with the basketball into the corner. It's Casey Albers. Man-to-man defense by the Tigers. Katie McClurg will be running the point most of the night. Sparks on the wing. They'll get it down to Ella Mesher. She's double-teamed, kicks it out. McClurg thought about a 3. Drives to the hoop in traffic. Mesher banks it in.
Good awareness there by Mesher. Not exactly the ideal offensive possession you want, but she was right there in the right place. Scoops it up for the easy 2 to get the Wildcats on the board.
McKinley Reichert, freshman, being guarded by sophomore Anna Larger. Reichert to the hoop, too short. Rebound is Larger. Leading the break. Minster will run when they get the opportunity. Mesher to the hole and in.
Man, great start for Mesher. Back-to-back layups at the basket. If you're Jackson Center, those are not the attempts you want to see number 20 taking.
4-0 Minster on our First National Bank scoreboard. First National Bank, think first. Another freshman, Presley Reese, gives it up to Biederman. Couple shots there. The last one there by Reichert. They're not able to fall for the Tigers. Mesher again. Drives. That one I think was partially blocked. Reichert comes up with a rebound.
A good opportunity at the other end for Jackson Center. We did a nice job breaking that trap and then gave it back. And here Minster with a good heads-up play.
Nice job there by Anna Larger. She picked the pocket clean of Reichert. Able to get a jump ball, but we'll stay with the Tigers. Tigers 3-6. They lost their first 4 games to Bethel, Botkins, Fort Laramie, and Houston. Then they won 3 in a row. And there's another steal by Larger. But that's blocked, but a foul there by Reese. And Anna Larger doing the job on the defensive side.
Yeah, nice, good defensive pressure by Larger. And a quick couple turnovers committed by Jackson Center. Larger will go to the free throw line.
Anna Larger, not on the original varsity roster, but has worked her way up. Not only being full-time on varsity, but in the starting lineup. She misses the first one. Second one here by the sophomore Larger. It's 5-0 on our First National Bank scoreboard. Full court pressure.
I was just going to say, if you're Minster, that's exactly what you wanted, but a good entry there by Jackson Center.
Clark up ahead, banked in there by Addie Biederman. So Tigers break the press. A 30-second timeout called by Coach Wiss gives us an opportunity to let you know. I'd like to thank our sponsors for tonight's game. Our 5-star recruitment sponsor, Crown Equipment. MVP sponsors, Clopay and Nidec Minster. Our keys to the game brought to you by Keyhole Pizza. Replays, when we have a regular broadcast, brought to you by Winners Meats. Our starting lineup sponsored by Sydney Oleology. Our timeouts are sponsored by Precision Strip. Stats and Recaps sponsored by Wagner's IGA. Our live view sponsor, Borchers Floor Center. Greg and I will pick a player of the game sponsored by NKTelco Sports. And on our First National Bank scoreboard, Minster up 5-2.
Yeah, if you're Jackson Center, you got to be pretty happy right now. Didn't really have the greatest start, but did a nice job on that last possession. got the ball into her senior guard's hands, and she made a great pass up ahead to get Biederman to easy 2.
McClurg will bring it up. Larger over to Sparks. Larger. 3-ball, nice rebound by Albers. Kick it out to Mesher. Out of Sparks. Entry pass will be a foul from behind on 24, Sarah Clark.
First foul, take that back, second foul on Jackson Center.
McClurg with the inbound all the way on top to Mesher. Mesher averages just under 11 points a game. Drive to the hoop. It's Albers. Loses her balance and falls to the floor. Tigers in a little bit of trouble. And there's a steal by Mesher, but I think they'll say she fouled when she reached for the steal.
That'll be Mesher's first foul, and the first foul against the Wildcats.
Started to say before with Jackson Center, they lost their first 4. They won 3 in a row, and then they lost their last 2 to Russia in New Knoxville. 2 very quality opponents there. Reichert trying to work against McClurg. And that'll be a reach-in foul. When you play Minster, you're going to have to face good man-to-man defense. You're going to have to face pressure defense.
Yeah, McClurg doing a nice job there. Got called on a tough one there, her first foul. Just the second team foul for Minster.
The defense has been a hallmark all through the years with Nan Steckschuller. She built this program, and Coach Mike Wiss has continued it with a lot of success. Underneath is Biederman. All knocked out of bounds. It'll be Wildcat basketball.
And Biederman got a good look there. Minster able to dodge that bull a little bit because they had a great entry in there, and she misses the bunny. Keeps us at 5-2.
Minster coming off a 1-point loss to Anna. They were up by 2 late. So that ball's passed out of bounds. About 10 seconds left. It was a long 3, I've heard anywhere about 28 foot by Kaylee.
It was deep.
Brewer for Anna.
Right.
It was deep. And
it was deep.
It was a winning shot, too. She'll always remember that one. Congratulations to the Rockets on that win. Kinley Reichert against Larger. And that will go wide. Turnover.
Good pressure by Larger, made that turnover. 3 quick ones now by Jackson Center.
Coach Wiss wants Larger to bring the ball up, as they'll have McClurg on a wing. Al Sparks on the wing. Obviously, their offense is a lot with Albers. 2 post players, Albers, and there's Mesher. So that one's off the mark because they both average right at 10 points a game.
And both these teams playing a lot of man-to-man here to start out the ball game. I'd be surprised if we don't see some flavor of different changes throughout, but I'd say most of the time you're going to see a lot of man-to-man.
Reichert able to get an opening in the lane. That will go out of bounds off her knee. Turnover to the Wildcats.
Good help defense there by Mesher. Both offenses here hit a little bit of a snag as it's been 5-2 for a few minutes and timeout taken on the court.
30-second timeout gives us an opportunity. Let you know NKTelco Sports and its sponsors are pleased to bring you replays of tonight's high school basketball action on NKTelco Channel 3 or an HJD Channel 503. Replay times are Monday, December 27th at 5 p.m., Wednesday, December 29th at 9 p.m. You can also watch more games on demand through YouTube, Facebook, and at nktelco.com/sports. Coming out of this precision strip timeout, Dave Kanapke along with Greg Burning, pleased to bring you this action here from Minster Elementary.
Yeah, Minster's offense definitely looking to find some answers here. They've done an okay job getting into paint, but we'll credit Jackson Center. After those first couple of buckets, they've done a good job of keeping Minster out of the paint. We'll see if Minster can get an opportunity here inside to give Mesher or Albers a look.
No substitutions so far for either team, and we're halfway through this first quarter. Minster usually has a pretty deep bench. And then no substitution. They run a play, set up a 3 for Sparks, and that's well short. Students in some holiday cheer and some holiday attire, we should say.
Attire, there
See
you
in the
go.
background. Dressed for the occasion as they're happy as this part of the school year is over. Steal by Larger to McClurg, too far under. Rebound there by Reese. Lucky she didn't have a travel call on her. Up ahead to Huber. And in there to Sarah Clark. Good fast break there by the Tigers. 5-4.
When Jackson Center's had their opportunities, they've been able to convert. And their defense has kept them in this ball game, as we mentioned. There's a good look inside to Mesher.
Turn around and in. I'll let Mesher now with 6 points.
Yeah, nice touch inside by the senior.
She knocks it out of bounds on her way to play basketball next year at Findlay University. Lily Barhorse into the game. Minster goes with the big lineup with Albers, Mesher, and Barhorst, all about 5'10" or taller. Inbounder Reichert. And there's Larger trying to reach in. A little contact there. Clark around the perimeter. Drive by Huber. Huber and Clark are the seniors on this team. 2 of 4 seniors on the roster. Biederman with the basketball. Head to Reese. Off backboard, rebound Mesher. Larger might have got away with a double dribble, and there's a jump ball. All of possession will keep it with the Wildcats. Morgan Sparks Jr. will inbound it. To Anna Larger. So they run through one of their set plays in the man-to-man defense. Albers. There's Larger. Down to Mesher. 3-pointer by Albers, in and out.
Good look there by the Wildcats. Just couldn't quite get the 3 to fall. Albers a good 3-point shooter. I think around 35% for the season.
Biederman. That'd be a timeout, a full timeout being called by Jackson Center. Actually, it'd be a 30-second timeout. And tonight's game is brought to you by these sponsors: Crown Equipment, First National Bank, Keyhole Pizza, Winners Meats, Sydney All Glaze Audiology, Precision Strip, Wagner's IGA, Borchers Ford Center, and NKTelco. 2:06 to go in the first quarter. And Greg, pretty well the defense has been the story in this game.
Yeah, the defense and the interior play, because both these teams have really scored the same way. Minster's done it with a lot of size in the paint and some good entries into Mesher and I think mostly Mesher.
Yeah.
And a couple of guards on the other side. They've just gotten a couple. Jackson Center's got a couple nice back cuts and some easy buckets, but also at the bucket. Nothing from the perimeter from either of these teams. Looks like Minster's going to drop into a zone.
Looks like a 1-3-1 zone, and you have very tall and athletic Ella Mesher on top of that zone. Don't want to pass too many cross-court passes, and there's a double team. And there's a steal by Mesher. To the hoop. Mesher now with 8.
And Mesher now with 8 of the 9 points for the Wildcats. Just mentioned, neither team shooting from the perimeter very well, so why not, attack a little bit more if you're Minster. There's a good reason.
Long 2-pointer there by Sarah Clark. Gets the lead to 9-6.
It's really, I feel like the only outside shot I think Jackson has even taken to this point. Clark able to knock it home.
McClurg to Mesher. In the game out of that timeout, number 12, Lindy Hemmelgarn. It's on the opposite side of where the ball's at. It's Albers to McClurg. Junior card played Katie McClurg. Trying to go underneath. They have the size on this team. This time they go to sophomore Barhorse. Takes her time, not able to finish. A lot of hands in her face there as Reichert comes up with the basketball.
Yeah, Jackson Center definitely acknowledging the size in the paint. You could hear Coach Reichert making sure that he had backside help with his guards anytime the ball goes in the painted area.
Addie Biederman with a jumper.
Biederman now with 4 points. And Jackson Center within 1 gets a turnover.
In the game, number 5, Corinne Myring, a 5'9" senior. The Tigers have a chance to take the lead here. We're just down by 1.
Yeah, with just under 20 seconds left to go in the first quarter.
Reichert loses her balance and loses the ball. Up ahead to Barhorst. Into some trouble. Stolen away. Huber comes up with it. We have a jump ball. It will go to the Tigers.
I was going to say it was a little bit aggressive there. Barhorst bangs into a guard, no call, but you know what? The officials doing a good job. Same thing happened on Minster side, and they let it go both ways. So as long as the action's consistent.
Pass is a little bit too hard and goes off of Biederman. It will be Minster ball. Pretty athletic teams, 2 athletic teams here and physical. Not a game for the meek here tonight, I don't think. That's kicked out of bounds. Yeah. That will end our quarter of play. 1 quarter in the books. On our first National Bank scoreboard, Minster's 9, Jackson Center 8, here on NKTelco Sports.
At First National Bank, we are working hard to make your life a little easier. With products like Card Valet, an app allowing you to control your cards with real-time notifications, transaction restrictions, and spending limits. The ability to access your money through 55,000 all-point ATMs across the country, surcharge-free. Live customer support when you need it. And online and mobile banking, allowing you to gain access to your financial information wherever and whenever you like. First National Bank, making your life a little easier.
Hi, I'm Mallory. My grandpa's been making the world's worst pizza for 30 years. That doesn't look like the world's worst pizza. Grandpa, I know why they call you Chunky Bob. It's because you use chunky ingredients on your pizza.
Of course, it's not because I'm fat.
Grandpa, this is the world's best pizza. Keyhole Pizza, come check Grandpa out.
Dine in or carry out.
1 quarter in the books here on the First National Bank scoreboard. Minster clinging to just a 1-point lead.
Yeah, it was really back and forth quarter. As we mentioned, both these teams physical and being aggressive on the defensive side of the floor, and that's really controlled a lot of the play. On the Minster side, you definitely tell their emphasis is to get at the paint, which is exactly what we expected to see. And Jackson Center acknowledging it. Anytime the ball is down, and they're quickly trying to get a defender in the front and behind to pin in those big post players. And to this point, they've done a pretty good job with it. Minster trying to respond here, get their offense kick-started as they got to 9 pretty quick and have kind of been stuck there for the last few possessions.
Leading scorer so far is Mesher, and she's on the bench right now. Hemmelgarn gives it up. Albers. McClurg tries to drive. Now back to Albers. Barhorse. Very aggressive, good man-to-man defense being played by the Tigers. Nice spin move by Albers. Has a look, and nice left-handed layup by Casey Albers.
Yeah, nice finish at the basket. Albers' first bucket of the night gives Minster a 3-point lead.
11-8. Reichert able to stay away from the double team. Biederman to Reichert. Cuts to the basket. In and out. Ball goes out of bounds, so stay with the Tigers.
There's definitely a trend you've seen throughout this ball game. Minster's trapping, which they do a lot, but Jackson Center is acknowledging it. As soon as they do, the opposite side person's cutting to the bucket, and they've got some good opportunities off of it. One of them right there from Reichert, unable to finish as she turns the ball over and fouls.
Steal there by Hemmelgarn. First foul on McKinley Reichert. Third team foul. Katie McClurg will take it across the timeline. She averages right at 6 points a game, third leading scorer on the team. Behind Mesher and Albers. Albers back to McClurg. McClurg driving baseline. Kicks it out. Hemmelgarn, pull-up jumper. That was blocked there by Reichert. Barhorst with a rebound and is fouled. A couple substitutions. Morgan Sparks, number 33. Ella Mesher, number 20. Number 22, Anna Larger, in for the Wildcats.
The last foul for the Tigers was on Reese, her second. The third team foul, now fourth team foul, beg my pardon, against Jackson Center. They got a substitution, number 54, in for Jackson Center.
Myring. Underneath. Albers doesn't get the roll there. Tigers back on the attack. Down by 3. So working around the perimeter. Biederman to Reese. Reichert. I believe that's Marion Ludwig with the basketball. She's in some trouble, and it's stolen away. Morgan Sparks comes up with a loose ball. Drive to the hoop.
Nice steal.
Biederman comes up with a steal. Addy. Nice defense there. Clark. Reichert pulls up, knocks down a tough jumper.
Yeah, I was going to say, McKinley Reichert got kind of stood up there in the lane and got just enough space. I totally expected that shot to be short. You know, you take some contact like that, you lose some of your power. She did a nice job of readjusting and knocking down the 15-footer.
Lead just 1. Albers to Mesher. Sparks to the hoop. Kicks it out. Larger for the tray.
I believe that's the first 3 ball for either team in the ball game. And quickly Jackson Center going the other way.
Reichert not able to quite get that layup in. Jackson Center has got some fast breaks against that pressure.
Yeah, definitely. That's what I said before. They've gotten when they've been able to get the ball out quickly, they've got good looks at the basket. Turnover there by Minster. But they've had a few times like the last one where they just didn't convert, right at the basket. Great move by Reichert, just couldn't get it to go.
Over and back there by Huber as she was too close to the midcourt stripe. And for the Wildcats, number 23, 5'7" senior Alyssa Niemeyer, as well as sophomore Lily Barhorst. Coming about halfway through the second quarter. Minster with a 4-point lead. JV game tonight was won by Minster. They go to 9-1 on this season. Sparks shot off the mark. Able to get the long rebound that is kicked and will stay with the Wildcats.
So Sparks drifting on that 3. I think she thought that was going in the hole, and it wasn't off by much. Minster able to corral the rebound and get another opportunity. Jackson Center still playing man-to-man, hanging tight with it.
Mesher to Niemeyer. Thought about a shot. Over to Sparks.
A little surprised you don't see a little more zone out of Jackson Center just because of the depth. Like they've only subbed 1 or 2 players so far. Bucket by Niemeyer.
Nice drive there by Alyssa Niemeyer. Puts the lead at 6. And yeah, also with Minster relying on the inside.
Right.
Not a lot of outside shooting.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I think there's shooting there. They just controlled it pretty good. That's the good part about the man-to-man. The bad thing is you're using a lot of energy. And if you don't have a lot of depth on your team, it makes it really hard to sustain that energy for 4 quarters. Thus far, they've done a pretty good job. See if they can do it throughout. And boy, I tell you what, if Jackson Center's shot a ball from the perimeter, their shooting percentage from 15 out has to be 70%. Like, it has been very good.
Addie Peterman with the basket. On the other end, Clark not able to quite finish it. Barhorse in some trouble there. And Coach Wiss able to get a timeout there. This precision strip timeout will be a full timeout. You're watching girls high school basketball on NKTelco Sports.
Allglaze and Sydney Audiology are committed to providing the most advanced and affordable hearing care solutions.
Did you know that more and more insurances are offering coverage for hearing aids and that we are the most comprehensive provider in the area?
Because we want to serve all in our community, we partner with agencies such as Medicaid, OOD, Sertoma, and most recently the VA, helping our veterans find local solutions to their problems.
Don't leave unused benefits on the table this year. Call us today to see if you qualify.
Together, we are family, working safely for our loved ones.
We are problem solvers who challenge the status quo and drive improvement.
We care about our customer relationships.
We stay true to our values, caring and respecting one another.
We embrace change as we journey through our career.
We are Precision Strip, the world's leading processor of rolled steel and aluminum.
Precision Strip, doing the exceptional.
Crown Equipment Corporation. Grand Lake Health.
2:52 to go in the second quarter after the precision strip timeout. Minster winning this very physical and scrappy game so far, 16-12.
Yeah, both teams really have gotten after it like we talked about. And like I said, if you're Jackson Center, you got to be pretty happy, I think, for Coach Reichert right now. They're down 4 points. This team has competed very well. Had a couple instances where Minster's gotten a couple good looks, but on the flip side, their offense, you felt like initially was really going to struggle against this Minster defense, but they've done a nice job getting some back cuts and some good entries from the perimeter in. And as I mentioned before, they're shooting the ball very well from the outside, but Minster's still hanging on to a 4-point lead, looking to add to it here.
Ava Larger gives it up to Morgan Sparks. Off the screen by Barhorse. Larger will try a three, in and out. Rebound Clark. That is knocked out of bounds by Larger. They'll get her for the reach-in foul. Larger, a very nice defender.
Yeah, and she's got a nice stroke from three. That last one just rimming out. That'll be the third team foul against Minster. Almost stolen by Larger.
Reichert. Clark with a three. Long rebound, good box out there by Mesher. Larger trying to push the tempo a little bit. Barhorse on the wing. Niemeyer's trying to post up underneath. Mesher to Barhorse. 2-minute warning there in the first half. Closely played game. Sparks has an opening, draws the foul. The junior Morgan Sparks will shoot two.
The foul was against Ludwig, her first.
First one is good. Sparks on the season averaging right exactly 4 points a game. Shooting 64% from the free throw line as Presley Reese returns, number 12, for the Tigers. Off the mark. Rebound by Biederman. She finds an opening. That is off the mark. Larger comes up with it. Pushing the tempo up to Sparks. Barhorse double teamed. In some trouble. Gives it to Larger. The Mesher to the hoop. Rolls off. Rebound Tigers. It'll be a foul in the backcourt. Just the fourth team foul. So it'll be a common foul.
Fouls on number 20, Ella Mesher.
That's her second. Casey Albers checks into the lineup. Tigers down by 17 to 12 on our First National Bank scoreboard. Reese did a nice job working it up, and there's a steal. Barhorse. Mesher to Albers, thought about a three. Tries to drive. Sparks under a minute to go for halftime. Larger. Sparks is open for the tray. Too short. Rebound knocked out of bounds. They'll say Albers touched it last. And the Tiger ball with 43 seconds to go. Full court pressure as always for the Wildcats. Biederman. Tigers have used a number of different ball handlers. Addy gives it up. There to Reese. Driving baseline, reverse layup. Swatted out of bounds there by Mesher.
Yeah, good help defense there by Mesher.
28 seconds to go before halftime. Biederman, three ball. Rebound as Albers falls to the floor. I don't know if they're called a jump or a foul.
If you call it a jump ball, so it'll.
Just because it's a jump doesn't mean there wasn't a foul in there.
That's very true. It will stay with Jackson Center.
14 seconds to go. Presley Reese. Biederman rolls in.
Nice touch by Biederman. I don't know how they even got that ball into her, but she now has 8.
Down to 5 seconds. A long three by Barhorse will be short. Mesher tries to save it with .1. It's just a mute point here. Just to run out the last .1 here. And that will do the first half of basketball. Good competitive game between two black and orange teams are on our First National Bank scoreboard. Minster 17, Jackson Center 14. We'll be back with our Wagner's IGA stats and recap when we return here on NKTelco Sports.
Wagner's IGA has been servicing their communities for more than 95 years, spanning 3 generations. Wagner's founded their business on 2 basic principles: excellent customer service and quality products. Visit all our locations and experience the finest selection of deli, fresh meats, and variety of beverage choices. While there, don't forget to check out our vast selection of fresh coffee beans, produce, dairy, and bakery items. Visit Wagner's today in Minster, Fort Laramie, and New Bremen, and check us out on Facebook.
Kemmler Orthopedic Center is focused on a personalized, caring approach to treat all aspects of orthopedics, including total joint replacement, shoulder reconstruction, stem cell injections, and more. Dr. James Kemmler and Jed Cooney, certified PA, are dedicated to providing the best orthopedic care in the Grand Lake region. Kemmler Orthopedic Center has offices located in Salina and Van Wert, along with extended evening hours. To schedule an appointment, call our office at 419-586-5760.
We are here, and here, and here. Minster Bank is everywhere, providing every banking service that you need to keep your financial life in order. Whether you are on the go or stopping by one of our branches, Minster Bank is here for you. We proudly support the communities where you live. Minster Bank, helping people achieve financial success.
Kogi Plumbing and Heating is your Bryant Factory authorized dealer. We have brought the best of comfort, control, and plumbing services to the St. Mary's area for over 60 years. We have been Reader's Choice winners for the last 4 years running and excel at providing our customers with efficient and reliable heating and air conditioning, as well as responsive service when a plumbing emergency arises. We insist that the products we install in our customers' homes and businesses offer the same performance and value that we expect ourselves. Call today for your next plumbing and heating or air conditioning needs. Bryant, whatever it takes.
CarriageWorks has expanded and now can hold up to 25 cars in our service bay. CarriageWorks thrives on customer satisfaction. We accomplish that by providing top-of-the-line technology. CarriageWorks now uses a laser beam system to measure down to the millimeter of factory specs to better service you and get you back on the road. CarriageWorks has a brand new top-of-the-line paint booth that uses waterborne paint. There's no job too big or too small for CarriageWorks. We are certified collision specialists. Come in and see us today.
New Knoxville Supply Company, the supply source for residential, commercial, and industrial jobs. We specialize in plumbing products from many name brands, electrical products from replacing a light switch to rewiring an entire house, heating, air conditioning, and geothermal products, sheet metal ductwork, installations, and service. We are now housing more inventory, so all the hardware items you need to complete the job are available right away. New Knoxville Supply. Stop in, call, or check us out online at newknoxvillesupply.com.
Welcome back. We're at halftime here in this game between Minster and Jackson Center. The Wildcats leading the Tigers 17-14 with the first half numbers. Mr. Greg Burning.
Thanks, Dave. First, for the visiting Jackson Center Tigers, they were 7 of 18 from the field, 15 rebounds, 11 turnovers, 0 for 2 from three-point range, and did not shoot a free throw. On the other side of the court, the home team Minster Wildcats were 9 of 17 from the field, 15 rebounds, 5 turnovers. They were 1 of 7 from 3 and 2 of 4 from the foul line. And, you know, I talked about it a little bit before the break, and you did too. It was a very physical game. I really liked the way it was officiated. Like, they let them both play a little bit. You know, both these teams are really getting after it. And it shows, you know, like I said, 4 free throws shot by Minster, none by Jackson Center. Not to say you shouldn't get to the foul line, but it's kind of good to see them. They're both that kind of style. They both want to get up in your face and play good aggressive defense. And it's, I think, been officiated very well. Hopefully the second half stays that way. I probably just jinxed it. But it makes the game, I feel like, has a lot better flow to it because they're both aggressive and playing hard.
Yeah, it was a good game. Watching it, you wouldn't know this is a 6-3 versus a 3-6. I've been impressed by the Tigers. They're playing smart basketball and opportunistic basketball.
Yeah, because Minster, for the most part, defensively has done a great job. Just have had a couple of times where Jackson Center has gotten through, and as you mentioned, opportunistic. They've taken advantage of that and scored when they had those opportunities. But I think you're going to see Minster pound that ball in the paint a little bit more to get some more open threes because they're definitely larger, and Albers can shoot out there, and so can Sparks. And they've had some really close shots that have almost went in. Jackson Center hasn't really looked out there too much. Only took 2 shots from outside the three-point line.
So Minster ball to start us off. Looks like the same 5 starters in the second half as they had in the first half. McClurg, Sparks, Larger, Mesher, and Albers. Mesher now with the basketball underneath to Albers. Turnaround, gets her own rebound. 4 people around her to Mesher. Nice pass underneath. Larger, able to get the rebound and is fouled.
Yeah, a couple good opportunities there for Minster. It's going to pay off. Larger draws the foul. We'll go to the free throw line.
Larger with 4 points. They say that was a non-shooting foul. It's the second foul on record. Larger. They lob it down to Albers. Kicks to the Mesher. All the way out. There's a 3 by McClurg, and she rattles it home. A little bit what you talked about, an inside-out type of possession there resulted in a 3.
Good ball movement, good penetration by the bigs for Minster. And as you mentioned, McClurg open there for the spot-up shot, knocks it down.
And there's the steal by Sparks. 2-on-1. McClurg has to be knocked out of bounds, so will stay with the Wildcats.
Notice that Jackson Center plays man-to-man the entire time, even out of bounds. I've watched a lot of these plays, and a lot of teams do that. It's just tougher, especially when you got good size in the paint. Minster's gotten some good opportunities off of that. You see Albers and Mesher getting good one-on-one opportunities in the paint.
Albers with a nice turnaround. She called it, Greg.
Yeah, great entry. A good position there by Casey Albert. She did the work before the pass got to her. Pays off with the easy two. Minster off to a good start in the second half with 5 points here right in the third quarter.
22-18. Biederman is open, swatted away by Mesher.
Yeah, good recovery there by Mesher because Minster was looking like they were going to give up an easy two there. Mesher with her size and athleticism.
Mesher did a nice job of blocking it and not getting the foul either. She blocked it, put her hand back. Clark, Biederman to the basket.
A good pass.
Reichert with her own follow and in. Kinley Reichert.
And that's what we talked about a little bit in the first half is Jackson has done a nice job when they've gotten in the painted area, got around the size of Minster and a good opportunity and the finish.
Larger loses the handle, stolen away there by Morgan Huber. And then Larger steals the backcourt in the basket. So good hustle there by Larger, results in a basket.
She now has 6. Minster almost with another turnover.
Some trouble, and there's passes too wide. Minster on a 7-0 run, and there is a foul on the drive to the basket. Minster has come out, some good adjustments, come out strong here in the second half.
Huber draws the foul. That's her first.
Working around the perimeter, the pass to Mesher. Mesher, the leading scorer tonight with 8 points, is that Jackson Center hits it off of Mesher, and it'll be Tiger ball.
Yeah, heads-up play there. I think that was by Huber.
Pass ahead to Reese, and she stepped on the out-of-bounds line.
And we talked about Minster coming out, a little better adjustment. I feel like they have more energy. We talked about how much time Jackson Center played in that first half. Really looks like it's taking effect here already. Minster looks a couple steps ahead of them here to start the third quarter.
I think Minster played 9 players. I would say Jackson played 6, maybe 7.
Yeah, I think 6.
Yeah, it definitely makes a difference. Pass, Mesher, left-handed. That one's too short, but a good look. Pass ahead. Biederman will try to drive baseline. Cut off by Albers. Clark. So they run through one of their sets. Coach Bill Reichert also serves as a school superintendent. Trying to help out her team. His team is good hustle by Mesher. The steal and not traveling. Sparks to the basket and one. Able to get the blocking foul there, and Morgan Sparks go for the old-fashioned three-point play.
Yeah, great job by Sparks to deflect off of the defense and not draw that charge. Able to slip right by. Gets her third point with a chance for a three-point play.
Number 12, Lindy Hemmelgarn, and also Lily Barhorst in the game. Sparks with a free throw to try to extend this 10-point lead. Minster on a 10-2 run here to start the second half.
Yeah, and the pressure a big part. You know, Jackson Center did a great job in the first half. We just talked about it. It just seems like Minster's been able to ramp that up here to start the third quarter. And they feel like they have 10 people in the court right now for Jackson Center. I mean, 4 new Minster against Jackson Center.
Trying to work through this pressure defense. Biederman picked up, has a little bit of an opening, all the way over to Clark. 16-footer, and Sarah Clark. Timeout by Coach Reichert. A full timeout. You're watching high school girls varsity basketball on NKTelco Sports.
When I graduated from Salina, I didn't know much about the job market here.
I knew I wanted to come back to the area.
I went to Hometown Opportunity where I was looking for a local job.
It really opened up my eyes to the employer market around here.
I was able to filter down my options, see what types of jobs were out there for me.
Linked me directly with those local companies.
and the last 6 months have been wonderful to feel that family environment again.
Schwiedemann Pharmacies began serving the people of Auglaize County in 1916 when Urban Schwiedemann purchased the building and business from J.H. Hoffman. The New Bremen location is one of the longest-running pharmacies in the country, with over 110 years of serving its patrons. Since then, 4 more stores have been added: Coldwater, St. Mary's, Minster, and Wapakoneta to round out the group. Our services include prescription refills, home medical equipment, nursing home services, customized compounded medication, vaccinations, and so much more.
Halfway through this third quarter, coming out of the precision strip timeout, Wildcats lead by 9.
Yeah, they definitely opened up their full court pressure, got to that, I think it's a diamond press, and Jackson Center struggled with it. In the first half, they did a great job. I think what really helped them is they didn't get caught in many situations where Minster scored and they had to inbound the ball. It was more of off of a quick rebound or a deflection out of bounds, and they could get that quick entry up the sideline. Minster's taken that away here in the second half. And they've Jackson Center's really struggled with it, but they get a turnover there. So some good defensive back by the Tigers is going to get them another possession.
Good job there by Presley Reese as she jumped into the passing lane and made McClure travel there. So Reese bringing up the ball against McClure. Try to do a double team there by Hemmelgarn. There's Clark. She's open again. In and out. Good work. Right there to Morgan Huber.
I'm not sure if that was a deflected lucky pass or what, but that was beautiful. Right into your hands. Good opportunity for the Tigers.
Cuts the lead to 7, 27-20. Sparks with an opening and is fouled. It's already going to be 4 fouls on the Tigers this half.
And I believe that's number 3 against Morgan Huber. That'll be her third. You mentioned the bench, there's not a lot of depth that has been played here thus far for Jackson Center.
Minster's always had the luxury of a lot of depth. They always have very good numbers. This year's no exception. And there's Barhorse with the basket.
And nice patient drive there by Lily Barhorse. The opening was there, but she had to give it a second for the defense to slide by, unable to finish at the bucket.
Full court pressure, Biederman. There's Clark open again from that corner shot. Reese with the rebound. Tigers reset. Trying to hang in here. There's a 3-point game at halftime, and there's a foul on the Wildcats. Foul on number 12, Lindy Hemmelgarn. And a larger return for the Wildcats to give McClure a break. All the way on top to Reichert. Reichert, the freshman, loses the handle, able to get it back. She's drawn a lot of attention, being one of the primary ball handlers on this team.
Yeah, and I think she's only a freshman. She's going to continue to improve. She already does a nice job handling the ball. Another turnover.
Larger with the steal. Tried to get it to Barhorse, but knocked out of bounds. Good hustle there by Morgan Huber. Wildcats with a 9-point lead. Hammer into Larger. Sparks try to set an out-of-bounds play, but they'll have to reset it. They try to post up to Barhorst. Knocked away from behind. Steal by the Tigers and a foul.
Foul will go against Lily Barhorst. Her first. The second team foul against Minster. Just over 2 minutes left to go in the third quarter.
Along with Greg Burning, I'm Dave Kanapke. Glad you're bringing you the game on NKT.TV, streaming channel. So we'll stream all the home games here in Minster for boys and girls. Went through a few hands, and the last hand was off a Minster player as Alyssa Niemeyer comes back in.
Yeah, Minster doing a nice job recovering off of the back cut. Talked about that in the first half. Jackson Center does a nice job of working against those overplays and try to get some opportunities at the basket, but Minster defense hangs on there to knock it away.
Reese picks up her dribble. There's Reichert. Be a reach around foul on Sparks as the referees have tightened it up a little bit here in the second half. After you mentioned it,
why did you look at me, Dave?
Yeah.
I didn't say. That's just the first foul against Sparks.
It's the nature of the beast. I think
That's
it's
right.
just
Absolutely.
back and forth. And as the game goes on, the players are a little more tired, so you get the fouls. And there's a steal by Barhorse. Lily to the hoop and in. Lily Barhorse gives the Wildcats the 11-point lead.
And her 4th point of the ball game. And again, it gives Minster an opportunity to set up that pressure. Larger going to reach around a little too much there and draw a foul.
Foul on Larger as Katie McClurg will return for the Wildcats. They'll inbound it to Reichert.
Just that play right there she did, the Reichert as a freshman, letting the defense leave. You know, a lot of players will get that inbound ball and freak out a little bit and get excited. She just let everybody go away from her calmly and kind of let the her other teammates pull the defense away from her and brought her up the floor. Good steal.
Nice steal by Larger to the hoop. Rebound by Niemeyer. Alyssa Niemeyer will go to the line, I believe, and shoot 2.
Foul was against McKinley Reichert. And I believe that's her 3rd. They only have Huber listed as 2 yet on the board, so I may be off on that one. I thought she had 3.
There was a foul just on the rebound, but the inbound will go to Niemeyer.
Good entry.
Barhorse, she will shoot 2.
Barhorse having a strong 3rd quarter. Got a couple good opportunities in the post there and able to go up strong and draw the foul.
Barhorse, a 5'10 sophomore. Looks taller than 5'10. Very strong player. Coming off a very good volleyball season. In and out there.
Yeah, she's not too bad at volleyball. That's an understatement. I'm kidding.
Yeah.
She's very good at volleyball. Hard to believe she's still just a sophomore. She's going to have some good years here left at Minster.
Both the volleyball and the basketball court. Not able to convert on those 2 foul shots. Addie Biederman with the basketball. Jackson Center has not been able to substitute here in this half. Biederman, 3-pointer. I think that will be a 3-point. Yes, it will. She'll get 3 foul shots.
Some fancy handling there by Biederman. Looked like she was possibly going to get a 5-second count called on her, and instead turns around and puts up a 3 and draws a foul instead.
Biederman already with 8 points tonight. 9. Sophomore, a nice strong player as well. This is a nice starting 5 the Tigers have.
Yeah.
Just, I'm sure they're trying to develop depth. Just don't have it right now.
She's really a solid. Biederman is a solid matchup against Barhorst and Mesher. She's really helped them a lot in the paint because she has that same frame. She's got good height, length. She's very athletic. And she's not afraid to hit that perimeter shot either. She just showed that a minute ago.
You got 2 freshmen and Biederman being the sophomore in this lineup along with 2 seniors. And it's a team to keep an eye on. I think the record will get better as it goes on as she makes all 3.
That's
don't
big.
see that often.
It's big, cuts it back in the single digits.
Yep. This has been a dangerous quarter. They're hanging in there, though, as Wildcats probably going for 1 here is Hemmelgarn. Underneath Niemeyer, and that will give the, they'll say it was off the Tigers. Coach Reichert will say who touched it.
I was going to say that looked like it hit nobody, and the second official does a nice job of stepping in there because that ball clearly just squirted by everybody.
Yep. And that's the case, the ref underneath couldn't see it clearly.
Right,
so
right.
Good referee in there between the officials. So 6.5 seconds over to Reichert. She needs to push it ahead. Down to 3 seconds. Up ahead, Biederman with the shot. Off the mark. We played 3 quarters of basketball on our First National Bank scoreboard. Minster 31, Jackson Center 23. You're on NKTelco Sports.
We are here. And here. And here. Minster Bank is everywhere, providing every banking service that you need to keep your financial life in order. Whether you are on the go or stopping by one of our branches, Minster Bank is here for you. We proudly support the communities where you live. Minster Bank, helping people achieve financial success.
Kogi Plumbing and Heating is your Bryant Factory authorized dealer. We have brought the best of comfort, control, and plumbing services to the St. Mary's area for over 60 years. We have been Reader's Choice winners for the last 4 years running and excel at providing our customers with efficient and reliable heating and air conditioning, as well as responsive service when a plumbing emergency arises. We insist that the products we install in our customers' homes and businesses offer the same performance and value that we expect ourselves. Call today for your next plumbing and heating or air conditioning needs. Bryant, whatever it takes.
We go to the fourth quarter on our First National Bank scoreboard. The Wildcats stretch their lead to 8.
Yeah, they really came out quick in the third quarter, did Minster. Got a couple quick buckets inside, and the pressure really paid its dividends in the first half of that third quarter. Got to give Jackson Center some credit. They settled back in and kept it close. They were down by 11, looking like it was going to go to 13 or 14, and got 3 big free throws from their post player, Biederman, to get it to where we're at now at 8.
Minster switches to a 1-3-1 defense. They showed it earlier. It's another look for the Tigers. Tigers have played these 5 players so far this half. Moving around, there's Clark. Reichert, there's a 3 ball and in there by Morgan Huber.
And you got to be impressed when Jackson Center's had their time. Like you said, I don't know where that 3 and 6 is at, because they did a great job working that ball around the perimeter, patiently working the ball, finding the open shooter. And maybe their shooting's just been off, but tonight they've had some decent looks and have made a lot of them.
Scoreboard gave it a 3. I think it was only a 2, though, so it should be 31-25.
They just
fixed it.
Yep.
So a big basket nonetheless for the Tigers. Felt like Minster was on the verge of blowing it out late third quarter, and they hung in there. Those 3 foul shots. That goes out of bounds, and Tigers will have the ball just down by 6.
You just feel like the whole game that Jackson Center's done just enough. Like the defense has been just good enough to keep the ball out of the paint most of the time. They make just enough jump shots. You know, they're just kind of hanging, and now it's a 6-point game and they have the ball. But this Minster defense.
Hannah Large has been all over the place tonight.
The defense has been very good.
Now a larger to Mesher. McClurg, Barhorse trying to post up underneath. There's Larger with a basket.
Great shot and a cut.
Larger now with 8. Nice entry pass there. I think it was by Sparks as well.
Yeah, very well executed there by Minster. And we'll stretch their lead back up to 8.
That will be an over and back. You know, I'll give the credit to the Tigers. They're coming off a game they lost by 24 to New Knoxville. And they lost by 33 to Russia before that. And they're coming out and giving Minster all they can handle tonight.
Those are 3 games in a row that has some of the best talent in this area.
3 of probably the top 5 or 6 teams in this area.
Yep.
And there's a nice entry pass. Barhorse, the basket. The assist to Mesher. A couple big possessions there for the Wildcats.
For sure.
And there's a steal by Barhorse.
So Minster now with a 10-point lead. See if they can extend it.
Sparks. Barhorse. They work it around. 5.5 to go. Clerk thought about it. Skips it out. Barhorse to the hoop. Doesn't have it. Kicks it back out. McClurg will try a three and bury it. Katie McClurg with a big three gives it the 13.
Her second three of the half.
Coach Reichert will call a timeout off the dagger by McClurg. Be a full timeout. You're watching varsity basketball on NKTelco Sports.
Carriage Works has expanded and now can hold up to 25 cars in our service bay. Carriage Works thrives on customer satisfaction. We accomplish that by providing top-of-the-line technology. Carriage Works now uses a laser beam system to measure down to the millimeter of factory specs to better service you and get you back on the road. Carriage Works has a brand new top-of-the-line paint booth that uses waterborne paint. There's no job too big or too small for Carriage Works. We are certified collision specialists. Come in and see us today.
New Knoxville Supply Company, the supply source for residential, commercial, and industrial jobs. We specialize in plumbing products from many name brands, electrical products from replacing a light switch to rewiring an entire house, heating, air conditioning, and geothermal products, sheet metal ductwork, installations, and service. We are now housing more inventory, so all the hardware items you need to complete the job are available right away. New Knoxville Supply. Stop in, call, or check us out online at newknoxvillesupply.com.
Park National Bank, Cargill, St. Henry Bank, Chiltex LLC, Speedway Lanes.
Coming out of this precision strip timeout, Minster on a run here. They've extended the lead to 13.
Yeah, they definitely have just made some nice plays, but I think they've also wore Jackson Center down. We see a substitution coming in the game now for them. Number 40, Kendall Reese, checked in during that timeout. But some big minutes coming here for Jackson Center. They trail by 13 with just over 5 to go. Tall task coming if they're gonna try to get back in this ball game.
Presley Reese gives it up to Reichert. And the 1-3-1 defense. Reese over to Huber. Nice defensive play there by Barhorst.
Yeah, good reach around without fouling. And another Minster steal.
Sparks to McClurg. Coming up on 4.5 to go here. Mesher.
Like that was blocked.
Yes, I think it was by Reichert. Barhorst tries to save it. It'll be Tiger ball. Again, the full court pressure. Actually, a 1-2-2 zone press.
Good pass.
Clark able to get it back. Huber. Reese. There's a three. Rattled home there by McKinley Reichert.
7 points now for Reichert. Tigers back within 10.
38-28. Sparks. It's been the lineup that Coach Wiss has been going with here down the stretch. McClurg's shot rolls off. Rebound by Larger.
Jackson Center foul is going to put them in the bonus. That goes against Kendall Reese. Sorry, Presley Reese. And that's her third. Biederman will check back in for the Tigers.
And a Larger with 8 points. Chance at the 9. She can get double figures if she can hit this one. Sophomore's done a nice job starting tonight. Rattles that one in and out. Rebound is Reichert. There's a three by Biederman. Addie Biederman with a nice tray.
And I can't say enough about the passing from Jackson Center. They've done a nice job. This is not a lackluster Minster defense. It is very aggressive and very active, and they've done a nice job being patient and working the ball around the perimeter and then hitting those open shots. Biederman gets a three, cuts the lead to 8. It's like every time we think Minster's going to push a lead out to 14 or 15, Jackson Center comes storming back.
Reichert, she's open for the three. So the defender fell down. Larger chases it down, goes off her knee. Tigers have been warriors. Some players on the team have not left the floor tonight.
They make me tired just watching.
Thought you were working up a sweat.
I am.
That will go in the backcourt, but I think it's okay. Yeah, they're all on the floor. Be a jump ball.
It's like a fumble in the football field. These girls are getting after it.
This will be Minster's ball as Casey Albers will check in. Lily Barhorse did a very nice job off the bench. A lot of good plays in a row there as Mesher will inbound it. To McClurg, back to Mesher.
Time on the Wildcats side here is they're down to just over 2.5 minutes, and this is where I think they got a decided advantage. They've got a nice set of guards out there with Sparks, McClurg, and Larger that'll handle the ball quite well. And then obviously on top of that, they've got good paint presence. So it makes it difficult if you're going against Minster to try to come up with some steals at this part of the game.
Sarah Clark returns to the lineup. Casey Albers will be shooting, I think, the 1-and-1. That is short. Mesher comes up with a rebound. Not able to finish it. Rebound by the Tigers. It's hanging around here. Reichert trying to drive. Be a foul. What do they call it on 20 on Mesher, I think?
It's the third foul against Mesher.
Huber underneath to Reichert. Able to get her own rebound and draws a foul.
That was a tough catch, first of all, from Reichert just to get a shot off, and then she got her own rebound and put it back up and drew the foul.
Nothing but net there by the freshman, Reichert.
8 points now for Reichert.
Kendall Reese will check back in the lineup. To give Clark a break.
If she makes this free throw, it'll be a 6-point ball game.
And she does. Reichert now cuts it to 6. Sparks almost shuffled her feet. Albers in some trouble. And they'll be tied up, and then all the possession gives it to the Tigers.
As a heads-up play by Huber, she did the old Minster run and jump there. Right, Minster's pretty famous for doing that every year, and we've seen it here tonight. And Jackson Center give them a little taste of their own medicine there. Huber times it very well and ties it up.
Barhorst in for Albers. 2:06 to go. Minster, not that long ago, led by 13.
Yeah, as we talked about it. Jackson Center's, I forget what the word you used before. It wasn't scrappy, but that's really what it is. They've just been fighting the whole game.
They're warriors.
Warriors, thank you.
Biederman with the tray. That is short.
Trying to hit the step-back three.
See, she hangs her head after she misses it. And good coaching there. Coach Reichert was basically saying that was the right shot to take. It just didn't go. Keep battling.
Yeah, good positive reinforcement.
Larger gives it up to Mesher. Sparks on the wing. McClurg is Jackson trying to chase him down. Minster just playing keep away here. Foul by McClurg. Talk about Jackson Center back on the Minster schedule this year. Probably the most famous game between these is the rivalry back. 2017 regional final was Coach Wiss's first year. And Jackson Center won that game 39-35. Come from behind win in the fourth quarter on the way to state. Second year in a row Jackson Center went to state that year.
Yeah, they had some definitely good teams a few years back, as you mentioned. And I'm sure Coach Reichert would love to see his team get back to that same place. And
yes.
Coach Wiss as well. He's had some obviously very good teams here at Minster.
1 of 2 by McClurg, but more importantly, she gets the own rebound. Sparks is fouled. And back to that 2017, Jackson Center has not had a winning record since that time. They went 2 years back-to-back to state. And they've had 8-1, 6, and 5 in the last 4 years. And Coach Reichert trying to turn it around. They've had a good performance here tonight.
For sure.
Sparks. It's a 2-shot here on the double bonus.
That last foul was against Huber. That was her 4th.
Second one here by Sparks. Rolls off. Rebound by Mesher. Another chance for the Wildcats.
The offensive rebound's big down the stretch here by Minster.
Just in keep away mode. Still just a 7-point lead. Barhorse to Mesher. Oh, and Sparks thought about it and thought, I better not. Don't need to shoot at this point.
A little surprised Jackson Center doesn't just went for the foul, and take the one-on-one and try to steal some possessions.
There's Barhorse, and there's a foul. Minster's upcoming schedule, they play at Arcanum on December 30th. Then they get in some really tough games. They play at Parkway. So having a very good season. They were like 7-2 at one time. Ottoville was always good. Then they play New Knoxville and at Marion. And then Tribe Village, who I think's only lost one all year. And then St. Mary's, who I think's only lost one. So, as Barhorse. Minster has really loaded up their schedule, which was already tough. They added Tri Village. They added OG they play later this year. I mean, they have same. And they've played Ottoville for years, which has always been a tough matchup. We'll see what they're made up. And there's 2 big free throws there by Lily Barhorst. Just under a minute to go. Tigers running out of time. It's going to be some tired girls for Jackson Center. They'll sleep good tonight.
Yeah, no kidding. They'll be ready for Christmas, that's for sure.
Yeah, and there will be an offensive foul. They'll call a push-off there on Reichert.
And that'll be foul number 5 for McKinley Reichert.
Keep an eye on McKinley Reichert in the years to come. And, of course, their games are streamed by NKTelco as well. And she has played a good ball game tonight. She will be replaced. She's earned a lot of respect here tonight. Casey Alber's in as well. As the Tigers, their upcoming schedule, they play host to Anna next Tuesday, the 28th, and then they're away to Covington. And then they play Botkins at home. I think Minster's trying to run out the clock. We'll see if Jackson Center will continue to foul or just decide that the game is decided and just go from there. It's been a battle both ways, a well-played game. And the ball on the floor, and jump ball will keep it with Minster. Minster will go to 7-3 on the season. Jackson Center will fall to 3-7. Minster usually for years played in the Elida tournament, then they played in a Bath Holiday tournament. Not doing that. I think last year it got stopped because of COVID. And
right.
Now they've switched it so they don't have as much of a commitment during the holidays. There's a steal by Huber. Tigers still battling down the last few seconds. Reese puts up a shot and is fouled. So Presley Reese will get an opportunity to put her name in the scorebook. Presley Reese, another freshman in the lineup. Did a nice job of ball handling as well. Long on the first one. One more for Presley Reese. Rebound Minster, and that'll do it. Our final score on our First National Bank scoreboard, Minster 42, Jackson Center 33. We'll be back to wrap it up here on NKTelco Sports.
Winners Meats. Quality meats for 4 generations. Hoagie Lumber. Hilsman Automotive.
Are you looking for a new career with amazing growth potential? Nidec Press and Automation is hiring for many positions right now. Nidec is a global company that is growing with its sights on being a billion-dollar company. Machinists, service technicians, human resource personnel, IT specialists, electrical engineers, mechanical engineers, and many more. The opportunities abound at Nidec Press and Automation. Go to minsterjobs.com now to get started on your new career with Nidec.
Hi, I'm Mallory. My grandpa's been making the world's worst pizza for 30 years. That doesn't look like the world's worst pizza. Grandpa, I know why they call you Chunky Bob. It's because you use chunky ingredients on your pizza.
Of course, it's not because I'm fat.
Grandpa, this is the world's best pizza. Keyhole Pizza, come check Grandpa out.
Dine in or carry out.
Allglaze and Sydney Audiology are committed to providing the most advanced and affordable hearing care solutions.
Did you know that more and more insurances are offering coverage for hearing aids and that we are the most comprehensive provider in the area?
Because we want to serve all in our community, we partner with agencies such as Medicaid, OOD, Sertoma, and most recently the VA, helping our veterans find local solutions to their problems.
Don't leave unused benefits on the table this year. Call us today to see if you qualify.
Final score here on our First National Bank scoreboard. The Minster Wildcats defeat the Jackson Center Tigers 42-33 with their finals. Wagner's IGA stats and recap. Mr. Greg Burning.
Thanks, Dave. First for the Jackson Center Tigers, they were 16 of 35 from the field, 2 of 7 from 3, 5 of 9 from the free throw line, had 26 rebounds and 22 turnovers. That's a big piece of the ball game here tonight. For the Minster Wildcats, they were 20 of 41, 3 of 9 from 3, 7 of 14 from the free throw line, 25 rebounds, and just 12 turnovers. Scoring-wise for the two ball teams, first for the Tigers, McKinley Reichert had 9, Edie Biederman had 14, Sarah Clark 6, Morgan Hubert 4, and for the Minster Wildcats, Katie McClurg had 7, Casey Albers 4, Morgan Sparks 4, Lily Barhorst 8, Ella Mesher 8, and Anna Larger with 9, and Alyssa Niemeyer with 2. For our final score of 42-33 in favor of Minster.
Minster goes to 7-3 on this season. They will travel to Arcanum on December 30th. And for the Tigers, they fall to 3-7. They will host Anna next Tuesday, 12/28. That game will be streamed on NKTelco. Our player of the game for the Wildcats, we're going to go with sophomore Anna Larger.
Yeah, she did a really nice job handling the ball, handling the pressure. She applies a lot of really good pressure on the ball. Scored 9 points, led the scores for the Minster Wildcats, and just had an all-around solid ball game. So congratulations to Anna Larger.
Congratulations to the Minster Wildcats as they defeat Jackson Center 42-33. For my partner Greg Burning, I'm Dave Kanapke. Thanks for watching, and have yourself a Merry Christmas from NKTelco.